Story. Hours after Youth Congress protest at the AI summit in New Delhi, the Grand Old Party appears isolated. The event, meant to showcase India's tech leadership, was disrupted when Indian Youth Congress workers staged a shirtless protest chanting anti-Modi slogans. The dramatic scenes at Bharat Mandapam shocked delegates from across the world. The Delhi police detained several protesters, alleging that the act was part of a larger conspiracy inspired by Nepal's Gen Z movement. Political backlash has been swift. BJP leaders slammed Congress for tarnishing India's image, while even allies like RJD and SP questioned the decision to protest in presence of foreign dignitaries. KT Rama Rao of BRS accused Congress of staging cheap political drama at a global forum. The incident has left the Congress isolated, facing criticism from across the political spectrum, but the party remains defiant.
AI summit. वैसे हमारे मुख्यमंत्री एआई के बारे में कुछ जानते नहीं हैं, एआई के बारे में नहीं जानते हैं। और जब दुनिया के डेलीगेट्स आए हों, दुनिया के बड़े बड़े राष्ट्रपति प्रधानमंत्री आए हों, तो हमें चीन का नकली रोबोट नहीं लाना चाहिए। आखिरकार ये गलती सरकार की हुई है, इतना अपमानित होना पड़ा। ये सरकार झूठ बोलती है, सरकार धोखा देती है, वो अलग बात है, वो हम अपने इंटरनल उसमें लड़ लेंगे। अब तो पूरा देश जान गया कि बीजेपी झूठ बोलती है, तो उस तरह का प्रदर्शन नहीं करना चाहिए था जिससे फॉरेन डेलीगेट्स और फॉरेन कंट्री के सामने हमारी आपके देश का अपमान होता।
कांग्रेस पार्टी के इस टॉपलेस एक्ट के बाद ऐसा लगता है कि बहुत जल्द कांग्रेस पार्टी वोटरलेस और एलाइलेस होने वाली है, क्योंकि कांग्रेस पार्टी शेमलेस है, कैरेक्टरलेस है, क्लूलेस है, ब्रेनलेस भी है और टेस्टलेस भी है। पर अखिलेश यादव जी बोल रहे हैं कि मैं आपके साथ इसमें नहीं हूं। अखिलेश यादव जी ने अभी कांग्रेस को आईना दिखाते हुए बोला है कि ये प्रदर्शन का तरीका ठीक नहीं है, इंटरनल मामला इंटरनली सॉल्व करना चाहिए। और अखिलेश जी भी इनके साथ खड़े नहीं होना चाहते। को पता है ये शर्टलेस होने के बाद देश की जनता इनको नंगा करके वोटरलेस बना देगी।
Must have heard the criticism. The Bharatiya Janata Party called the protest anti-national, but now even alliance partners like Akhilesh Yadav Samajwadi Party are criticizing the Congress's youth wing's protest, saying that this was not in good taste, that this should not have happened when foreign dignitaries were present. Your reaction?
No, we need to understand that protest is the democratic right. Particularly peaceful protest is a democratic right. And we are a country where a billion people are there, and our democracy thrives because of protest. And it may be socialist, it may be any other organization which has protested, it has come, any regional parties also has protest. Protest is a means by which even BJP protests in everything. If I remember in the Commonwealth Games time, they were protesting for that also. Therefore, protest is a means by which we express ourselves, and particularly peaceful protest should not be questioned, and we should understand why the protest is. That is the way democracy works. This intolerant way the BJP wants to show that it is attack on India and others. We all know that what India is, how we are having a prime minister who has compromised to the US, who has surrendered to the US, and we had been when we protest in Parliament also, inside the well also, it is not shown. Inside the Parliament also, when we protest, we are not shown. Our voices are not heard. Leader of opposition is not allowed to speak. Therefore, we protest. That is not shown. Therefore, we have to disturb the House. The country has become a place where the cameras have been switched off when the protest is on. Therefore, wherever the cameras are there, the protest should happen.
No, but the criticism is not for the protest per se. Akhilesh Yadav says that if you wanted to highlight some lapses by the government, you have the right to protest democratically. The criticism is the manner in which and the place at which the protest was carried out. Was it important to carry out the protest at a place where foreign dignitaries were present, where it was embarrassing for the country?
We need to understand it. We need to understand that who are all the foreign dignitaries present when they protested, whether President Trump, Brazil president, or anybody was present. Nobody was present. It is the Bharat Mandapam was having how many kilometers people has been asked to walk, and how what are you see the videos of those foreign dignitaries about the facilities what they had been provided. Why people are not asking about questions about it? We are saying very clearly that the way the Chinese material has been Chinese products has been stickers has been put on made in India and shown it, then the world was laughing at us. That time nobody is protesting. Why this question was not raised in that time? We need to understand when wrong thing happens, when there is an injustice done to the country, and where these kind of things, where the attack on the farmers, attack on the textile industry is so high, the right of protest is there. It should be non-violent. Very clearly, the Youth Congress members should not has not used any violent method. They were just removing the T-shirt and showing the T-shirt to the world that this is the protest they are having it. Therefore, what is wrong in it?
So was this a democratic right to protest or an attempt to embarrass the country? To discuss that further, I'm being joined by Vivek Silas, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Thank you so much for joining us. Shivam Bhagat from the Congress is here with us this evening. I'm also hoping Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, will join us in just a bit. But let me begin with you, Vivek. Samajwadi Party's stance has been that why embarrass the country? Congress's Manikam Tagore, you might have just heard him. He said, where is the embarrassment? Opposition's voice is not shown, and therefore we had no other option but to go there and protest against the government's policy.
Yes, Arunima ji, I feel that the place was wrong actually. We have all right to protest, in a democratic setup, but the place was wrong. It was an international event that was going on, and the eyes of the international media and international guests were also there. I think the Congress chose a wrong place to protest. Okay, but having said that, I would also like to say about the AI. As the Bharatiya Janata Party said that it has demeaned our country, but if you see what Galgotias have done, just for mere $2,800, they have shamed and demeaned the entire country for that, because the Chinese media, especially the Chinese media, came very heavily on India that they are showing the Chinese AI dog. And also, it's very amazing that Cabinet Minister supposed to be so talented, so competent, so versatile, Mr. Ashwani Vaibhav also tweeted the same thing, without, if a cabinet minister in the Modi's cabinet doesn't even know what video he is tweeting, obviously questions have to be asked,
Okay, Shivam Bhagat, you want to respond to that? Congress party actually took the pressure away. What your alliance partner is saying is that you could have highlighted the lapses of the government, the way the entire event was planned, the Galgotia controversy that we saw. The opposition could have highlighted all of that, but instead, by doing this kind of a protest, the manner in which and the venue at which the protest was conducted, your alliance partners feel that you actually took the focus away from the lapses and brought disrepute and embarrassment to the country.
Good evening. It's a very sad state of affairs that in 2025, after 12 years of a BJP government, we have to come on air and in general come and explain Article 19 of the Constitution to you and to the public, to the citizens of this country. Article 19(1)(a) gives us the right to free speech and assembly, and Article 19(1)(b) gives us the right to assemble. Okay?
With reasonable restrictions.
With reasonable restrictions. With reasonable restrictions, of course. Nothing has to be illegal. There was a group of youngsters, because AI is affecting, AI is as beneficial as AI is, but AI is also going to, in the future, affect jobs. And in every industry, and it's going to affect everyone. It's going to affect all of us, but particularly the youngsters, because India is a young country. So, therefore, the Youth Congress, who are a bunch of young people, they decided, because the Congress is not heard in Parliament, as the Honorable MP was saying before this, Mr. Manikam Tagore. When we go to Parliament, our voice is not heard. The leader of opposition is not allowed to speak. When he's allowed to speak, his comments are all expunged. His remarks are all expunged. When we go outside, the media doesn't cover us. The newspapers don't cover us. Where do we protest? Group of young children I mean, I won't call them children, but a group of young people went out and peacefully protested. What is so wrong in this? The hullabaloo has been created by the BJP. I'll tell you why.
No, but Mr.
Because-
Bhagat, just 1 second. Your comment of the hullabaloo being created by BJP, your own alliance partner is here with me in the studio. Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi were the UP ke ladke. This is not criticism coming in from BJP alone.
They are still the UP ke ladke, and in a democracy, it is their democratic right to disagree with us. They are still our alliance partners, and they will remain our honorable and very respected alliance partners. But they can differ with us on certain issues. It's their democratic right, and we respect that. Now I'll tell you why this hullabaloo has been created by the BJP very cleverly by their social media cell, and then obviously subsequently the media caught it. What is embarrassing is the pathetic mismanagement that happened in the AI summit, where delegates had to travel 5 kilometers on foot to get a taxi. When the Prime Minister turned up, everyone was thrown out, and the people who had stalls inside, their stuff was stolen inside. That is embarrassing. That is bringing disrepute to the country. What Galgotia University did, having a Chinese robot and pushing it off as an Indian robot, that is embarrassing. What's embarrassing is that Sam Altman, who refused to hold the hand of the Prime Minister, where the Prime Minister was holding hands and doing a show of strength, like he was, signing some defense deal, and then ridiculing the Prime Minister on video, that is embarrassing. Let me complete. That is embarrassing. Okay, that is called embarrassment. Thirdly, when the Prime Minister and the BJP used to embarrass, and by the way, it's not embarrassment when you criticize the government. Their distinction has to be now made. Because of the BJP has created this hyper-nationalism.
Shivam, I know you want to make further points, but the point that you have made it, I want to bring in Rohan Gupta, BJP spokesperson, on that. But before that, a minor correction from the footage that we have seen. Sam Altman did not refuse to hold the hands of the Prime Minister. It was his business rival with whom there was an uncomfortable situation.
Yes. Did you see the video?
Sam Altman clarified to the CNBC also why it was a very uncomfortable situation for him. But we'll get in Rohan Gupta, spokesperson of the BJP. Rohan Gupta, this is what the Congress party says in its defense, that your party and your social media, karyakartas have tried to deflect attention. The embarrassment for India was the mismanagement, was the presence of the Chinese dog, and you have just seized on this because you do not want the real issues to be discussed. You agree with that position?
See, no cover-up can, forgive Congress party from what misdeed they have done. If that is the case, then the objective of the protest should be that only. Why compromise PM or something like that? So they are confused now. From every corner. Anybody has a bit of common sense, like political parties who are our rivals like SP or RGD. If they are condemning it, Congress party must understand that they have committed a self-mode. Rather than trying to justify and humiliate themselves more, they should just put an apology or remove the people if they have done without permission or with permission, whatever the action should be taken. This is not justifiable. This is not pardonable. This is about the image of the country, where international people are there. That there is argument by Congress party. There is a Commonwealth. Was it inside the venue? I have a very simple question. I am not saying that you cannot protest outside the venue. Yes, you can. And with removing your shirt inside the venue where all the dignitaries are there, what kind of precedent you want to send? And you are still justifying it? Shameless. This is really, I have no words for Congress party.
Okay,
you are opposition party, but you have to maintain that basic dignity, a basic thing where somebody from outside the country comes to the country. It is a pride of India.
Okay, Vivek Silas wants to come in.
Continue. This is not the platform to play or pity politics and down the prestige which is created by India by 140 crores of Indian by their hard work in AI summit.
Okay, Vivek Silas, self-goal. Was this a self-goal? Petty politics?
As far as what my friend from the Congress party just now said, we need a platform to do our agitation, And it is so sad that every time when something like this is happening or we need the permission or whatever from the government, something or other crops up. If you see even the female wrestlers who were protesting at Jantar Mantar, they were having a peaceful agitation against the government, and it was their right. They were pulled by their hairs and they were dragged and taken to the police station. Same thing happened in Allahabad, Prayagraj, when the Bal Batuks were pulled by their hair by this government in Uttar Pradesh itself. So the Bharatiya Janata Party has become, you know, I don't know what they are trying to prove and show, as if they don't have any fear, you know. The most important thing right here is that we are only spending 2% of the budget in education. That is the problem with India. You need to enhance your budget as far as education in India is concerned. And if you see the R&D, research and development wing, what India has, we are only spending 0.63%. Though if you see the US spending $375 billion in the artificial intelligence, if you see China spending $98 billion in their AI, you know, and India is spending 1.2 billion. That is all.
To make all these points, was this the only way?
No. I disagree. This way was wrong because it was an international stage, and I condemn it.
Okay.
There could have been different places where they could have done.
Shivam Bhagat, here is what I put to you. Your party colleagues today put up Mahatma Gandhi's photograph on social media and said he was the first shirtless Congressis. A lot of people have an objection to the way you've brought in Mahatma Gandhi's name. B, this is what I put to you. If you are desperate, if you are upset that your voice is not being shown in parliament, leader of opposition is not being allowed to speak, Mahatma Gandhi went through much more in the hands of British, but he did not give up the path of non-violence. Is the Congress cadre so desperate that they have now decided that they will go to any extent to make their point and not follow democratic norms, established norms?
How is this undemocratic? I explained to you in the beginning, it was a peaceful protest. Okay, and as far as Mahatma Gandhi ji is concerned, you said he used non-violent means. Of course he did use non-violent. Where did we use violent means? It was absolutely peaceful, the protest. Number one, the BJP spokesperson said that we are playing with the dignity of the country. Was it very dignified when the Prime Minister went to outside Taj Hotel during the 26/11 operation and did a press conference? That is very dignified. So there's no answers that they have. Okay. Number two, when in 2010 when President Obama visited India, the BJP and Mr. Modi went hammer and tongs in front of the media to embarrass the UPA, to embarrass the Congress. Did we raise objection then? No, because it was their democratic right to criticize the government. Criticizing the government is not criticizing the country. Now I'll give you 4 more examples of protests that have happened globally. Germany allowed protests during the G20 summit in Hamburg. UK allowed protests during the AI safety summit and state visits, and this is in and around the venue. USA allowed protests around the White House and global economic.
Okay, Shivam, I think the objection is not
in Davos.
Shivam, the objection is not to the protest, but to the act of taking your shirt off and that too inside the venue.
And which world leaders were present there? Did we protest when the
Rohan Gupta, you want to respond?
Across the country were there? There were no.
This is really lame excuse. The kind of examples, again, we all agree that there is no question on protest. They can definitely do protest. Going inside the venue, removing your shirt, showing this kind of visuals. I think this is not justified. This is against country's dignity. Because this is not about one Indian. And see, look, the difference between what they are saying and what they are doing. If their opposition is to the AI summit, then their t-shirt should have carried that. They are talking about trade deal inside the AI summit, and they are saying that this is not pre-planned. So what is the objective? You are just covering up. You are not clear. If you have to oppose Mr. Modi, this is not on the day of AI that trade deal was signed. It was much before that. You should have done it before. Why AI summit to raise this issue? This is clear.
Rohan Gupta, do you find merit? Do you find?
30 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a self-goal by Congress party. This is at the institute of top leadership, and they are going to pay heavy price because even the Congress worker is not liking it. Congress supporter or Congress voter will not like that. This is not India. We definitely will oppose, we will definitely demonstrate. Okay. But this is not our culture.
Rohan Gupta, do you find merit in what Shivam Bhagat and other Congress leaders are saying, that we have been pushed into this situation because in Parliament cameras don't show us, but the LOP is not allowed to speak, so we are now left with very little platform, democratic platform to make our voice heard.
We have seen LOP speaking on the issue in the president's giving arguments. He raised China issue where he's saying that he's not about to speak, not allowed to speak. The whole parliament session was taken at ransom by Congress party. How they can say they are not allowed to demonstrate? Okay. They went to the chair of PM. How they can say they cannot demonstrate?
Okay.
So I think absolutely not done. Okay. They are totally caught. They have no excuse, and their allies have also left Congress party on this issue.
Vivek,
They are alone.
same question to you. Do you find merit in what Shivam and other Congress leaders are saying, that the opposition is desperate because inside Parliament, outside Parliament, their voices are not covered?
No, we can't say that the opposition is desperate, but I can just say, add to that, that the opposition is getting a lot of response from the people of India. Now the people of India have, started to understand what actually the Bharatiya Janata Party has done for the country, and what did they promise, and what did they deliver actually. When the Indian are chained and brought back to India with हाथों में हथकड़ी और पैर में बड़ी, उस समय क्या इंडिया की इंसल्ट नहीं होती है? Trump is insulting the country every day. Every day, even today, he said that the tariff in India will continue. India was the only country. President Trump took the name, and we have all seen what happened with General Navrane's, the book. It was so controversial, and the Bharatiya Janata Party just ran out of the Lok Sabha. Even the Chinese today, ma'am, even the Chinese today, if we see a traveler traveling from London to Japan, and she was held in Shanghai airport and saying that the Chinese said, you are carrying a wrong passport, this Arunachal Pradesh belongs to us. She was detained for 18 hours. That is how India is being demeaned.
Okay.
We cannot buy the Russian and the Iran oil just because Trump has said that,
Okay. Shivam Bhagat, final question. This form of protest, is this one-off, or has the Congress party decided that this is the way you're going to protest going forward?
Congress party is going to keep protesting as we have been doing in the last few years. And yes, we will keep upping the ante on the government, criticizing the government. This is a narrative that has been created by the BJP since they have been in power, the NDA and the BJP, that criticizing the government is criticizing the country. That is not true, and the people of the country know it. And he talks about dignity, the BJP spokesperson. It is very dignified that Mr. Hardeep Puri has exchanged 150 emails with Mr. Epstein. That is very dignified, and the world is really clapping at Mr. Hardeep Puri.
Shivam, you made your point. I'm afraid I'm completely running out of time. Rohan is raising his hand.
Seconds.
I only have 10 seconds, Rohan. Just respond to that.
Only 10 seconds.
Yes.
See, Congress has to understand and learn that people have started beating them. If they continue this kind of mindset, the Gen Z will beat them. And this is the first time in the world that opposition is beaten by Gen Z and not the government because of your acts.
All right.
So
Rohan Gupta,
Rohan
Gupta, Shivam Bhagat, Vivek Silas, thank you so much. Really appreciate you joining us on this debate. I think the divide is very sharp and very polarized political debate that we are seeing. Congress is adamant, they have a democratic right to protest. The allies are uncomfortable, and the BJP is only labeling it as anti-national. Slipping into a quick break, but stay with us. Much more on the other side.